Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kia Waters, and this is the Royal Tea Room Live. I have an amazing guest with me today. I hope you guys are ready and interested in an amazing person that you're going to meet who lives right here in Atlanta, who's making change, making incredible change for youth and for families. Her name is Daverney Freeman. And if you don't know her name, you're going to know by the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Daverney Freeman.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Kia, for having me here. We really do appreciate it. If you don't follow us on our Instagram at LC Outreach LTD, you would know we've been hyping this up for the entire month that we've been waiting to come on the Royal Tea Room to let you guys know more about us and what we're doing for the community. I'm super stoked to be here. Y'all don't even know.
I'm so happy, girl. I'm so
Most
happy.
definitely. So happy to be here.
So, Daverney,
Yes.
I love your name.
Thank you.
Daverney, love saying it.
You know
so, Daverney, what does that mean?
Well, you know, one thing about it is so cultured. And when I tell you it's so black girl culture. So my mom got my name actually from the stories, the Guiding Light. If you don't know anything about the stories, you should know about the stories. Why you don't know about the stories?
If
Like,
you
know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
grandmother, an auntie, a mama, you know what I'm saying?
You know about, if you know the
about the
culture,
stories.
you know about the stories.
If you know what the stories mean, then you know about the stories.
Then you linked in, you know what I'm saying? So my mother actually was watching The Guiding Light, and she saw that the executive producer name was Daverney. And she was like, oh, Daverney, I don't like the way that sound. Let's switch it up, put a little razzle-dazzle on it, and say Daverney. So from The Guiding Light, she named me Daverney.
Love it.
You know? And
love it. Very, just interesting, different.
you know,
different.
just raw, you know. So, and I tell people all the time, it's a beautiful thing, and sometimes it be like, oh, Daverney did it. Like, oh, I only know one Daverney. You know,
unique.
Very much so. You're
One
gonna
of a
remember.
kind.
Name your daughter that.
Priceless. So, Daverney, were you born here in Atlanta?
No, I'm actually a sunshine baby. I am from South Florida, girl. You know, South Florida, which is a little different from regular Florida, but it's just like Florida. So I'm from a small town called Fort Pierce, Florida. Born and raised. I came to the Atlanta area when I was a sophomore in high school. Then I was here, graduated from South Gwinnett High. You know, moved away, and a few years later, I was like, you know, where do I feel home? Where do I want that good energy, that positivity? Where do I want my children to grow up and see the beautifulness around? And I was like, you know, Black Hollywood.
Yeah, that's where Atlanta is. That's
Why
for sure.
not? You know, this is the only place I ever been that all the hospitals, I saw more people that look like me on the wall.
Yes.
You know, more people that's on the board, you know, the nurses, the doctors, the business owners. I'm like, oh, you could be my cousin. You know, I want to look dividend. Let me touch that a little bit. You know,
and they're professional, but they still got the black girl joy, the swag,
all of it,
all the elements that makes them them. But they professional, educated, and talented.
Very so much, and it's just don't come here no more because I think it's full. You know. You know, I know I'm not a graded baby, but we, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, yeah.
Girl, us transplants, we done settled in, girl. We done settled
comfy, but yeah. So I decided to make Atlanta my home.
I love that. Yeah, me too. You know, I'm from Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah, so like 2015, I'm like, whoop, there it is. This is where I'm at.
We here.
We here now. We this home.
Right.
This home. For referral. This is home.
I love it.
Is that where Plies from?
Everybody from South Florida.
I know, what's it, T-Pain? I love me some T-Pain.
He not from South Florida. He like from Tallahassee, which is a different part. We don't even know if that's like Florida, but yeah.
Is it up north?
It is.
Okay.
It's like up there. It's like, I feel like once you above Orlando, you're not really part of Florida.
What? Girl.
It's a Florida thing. Yeah, all of my Floridians, y'all understand Southern Florida.
That.
Girl, we're like, hey, okay.
Oh, okay, you're not really from Florida.
You're not really from
You're
Florida.
not really
but
from Florida.
I get you. You cousins. First cousins. It's okay. But I've been gone for so long, honey, so they be like...
When you move here?
Oh, so I've been here 10 years now. But before then, I've been gone from Florida. Yeah, for like 14 years.
What, you lived somewhere else before?
I lived everywhere before, honey. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you're my sister.
Oh my
That's
goodness! Like, and they be like,
you're
"Oh,
my sister.
Oh, child, what you a military?
No, I just like to travel.
Why not? I'm Sagittarius.
I will pack up. Okay?
Real quick, and it's kind of toxic, like borderline toxic. Pack up. All right, but just smoke. All right, man. Enjoy yourself. Okay,
that's me. You here?
Got you. You don't know where I stayed at all.
I love that. I was a travel nurse for 8 years, girl. I lived in Hawaii. I lived in Texas. I lived in LA. Yeah, girl, Miami.
Oh, when I tell you those travel, bank, honey, bank.
Now, yeah, I did well in my 20s. I sure did. I was very comfortable.
Now, how they trying to cut off how much you can make as a travel nurse? Because my friend,
sure.
And when COVID happened too, they was like. I mean, my friend was making like,
and they so overworked.
Yes,
it's just the whole healthcare thing.
It's the community, which is what brought me to what I'm doing with Limitless Community Outreach. I work with children more than half my life. I've been working with children since I was 14 years old, so it's been like almost 19 years that I've been working with early child, from birth through 12. Was my primary age range. So I was in early childhood education. Okay. And what I noticed from most of the children that were developmentally delayed, not reaching those milestones, or they were behind grade level academically, most of their families were victims from the criminal justice system. Whether that was pay disparity, mass incarceration, police brutality, everything, it was some sort directly or indirectly affected them. And I was like, from my passion is children. Yeah. I love a child. I love your baby, and I don't even know your baby. So, and I was like, okay, well, going through all the schooling and really sitting back and like, these could be my babies. Yeah. And I was like, I cannot love and have a passion for children if I do not consider the whole child, which is their entire situation, their entire family. Yeah. Because family either grow you or actually leave you in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So a strong family environment is essential for a person to grow normally. You know what I'm saying? Just to develop at all. And I was like, okay, so how can I help the children like long term? Right. So we're not just saying help you through you get to kindergarten or first grade or even when you go to middle school. What can we do to really help the community? And it's all about reconnect the community, and specifically, at risk minority youth, males and females, because let's just look at it. And what it holds, 1 in 3 black young men will see jail before the age of 30. And those statistics are real,
it's so hard to hear, but it's real.
It's true.
And they children,
our babies.
They still don't know nothing about nothing.
Right. And when I put you in a situation where you're already in poverty, so that
usually a lot of their acting out comes from a source of pain.
All of it does.
All of it does.
It is a pain.
I can see that.
Even when we think about ourselves as adults is where I feel like adults, that's why I resonate more with children, because it's so pure and there's not that many barriers up. When you think about yourself as a human being, right? We need someone that we can come to, that we can confide in. And if I can't get that from my mom and my daddy, because they didn't have it from somewhere else, right, I'm in the world by myself. Yeah. So I grow up to be this unstable person that do not have the tools and the resources to live everyday life, to just be happy, productive humans.
And when you say tools, you're not even talking about money, a car, physical, tangible things. You're talking about like cognitive, tools, behavioral, emotional.
We do the whole family. We do cognitive, we do social and emotional development, mental development, because this is what.
Day, or say for instance, I'm an at-risk youth. I'm a prime little 15-year-old, and my parents are incarcerated.
Right.
Tell me how you would take me into your system?
Well, first we would definitely have a conversation so you can just peel back those layers a little bit to let me know what you need from us. Because I'm not a type of person where we come in and say, well, this is what you need. You need to do this. You need to do that.
Sense.
That doesn't sustain change. It's just somebody coming in and telling you what to do because you already lost. So we have that conversation. Then I have a mentorship where it's one more question incorporation. So we partner with different local organizations here within the Metro Atlanta area to help. Depends on what you need. So usually that person right there, we deal with a lot of inmates. So we'll go in and we'll hook you up with some type of therapy. You know, we'll see what do you really need from us.
Right.
So if it is a big brothership, we have an organization, like I said, one more question, where they come in. They're previously incarcerated men that actually turn their lives a complete 180. They're entrepreneurs right now, working with Grady, working with getting these young men off of the streets. And
do you help them find a job? Because I know it's hard to get a job with a felony.
Right. So that's what, and we partner with other local organizations. So we'll hook you up with job readiness courses, and that could be going out and working with different, like CC's Tires. We partnering with them and their organization. You got a job. Like, you need a job, you have a job. So we have places that will get you a job. Get you job readiness courses where that means life skills. You know, just being able to, what is financial literacy? What is a budget? You'll be so surprised at how many people don't even know what a budget is. You heard the word.
Let's talk about it.
Or a lot of black people that didn't really even hear the word. And you was like, oh, I got a budget in my head. I know what that means. What you pull. You know, so hook you up and put you in those situations where you can actually think for yourself and be able to go to us as a resource and be able to have people that's here with you for the long haul. We partner with other therapy organizations. So, and they donate their therapy sessions. So you get 8 sessions, whatever you want to talk about. And everything, that's when you come to us, you don't need no money. Like, these are free resources for you, free tools.
What about housing? That's so important, especially back to my analogy. I'm a 15-year-old young woman. My parents are incarcerated. I come to you, provide me with a therapist. I have 8 sessions. I'm talking through my pain. It may have taken 2 sessions for her to even peel back those layers for me to even feel comfortable.
Right.
Now I feel comfortable. Now I'm talking about, my pain, my family life, how I feel about my parents being incarcerated, my fears, who's going to take care of me.
Right.
So what's next?
So, like other organizations that we have Nourish the Heart, where they provide homes, temporary housing for a certain period of time. So we're still working on all of the details with how would that look for me if I am that little 15-year-old child that needs somewhere to go. I can't be in my house right now. How would that look for me? So we're still working out those details with how would that look for that person?
Right.
How is temporary, but everything is mostly like a case-by-case basis.
I can imagine, so because now I'm 15, I'm underage. There has to be some sort of guardian to take care of me.
Right, or you're a ward of the state. And most time, when most children are that young, their goal is not to get anything official, not to put their name, because they are a ward of the state and they don't want anyone to come looking for them, so it's very case by case based. We work with down 7 up 8, which foster children. They primarily work with foster children and group homes. So we have a partnership where we talk about how that could look for that 15-year-old. We're making sure you're in the parameters of legally with what you can do, so
not in the foster system,
right,
but still being taken care of by a guardian.
Right. So technically, if that is your guardian, that's your guardian. If you're not emancipated and you're not,
but say I have nobody and my parents are in prison,
then you're a ward of the state.
Then you're a ward of the state. And that's just the state regulations.
Yeah, that's just what it
laws.
is. So if you don't have anyone that would take you in, you are a ward of the state.
Yeah.
And it's so many needs for group homes, and so many needs, or so many children really out here, especially in Clayton County.
Clayton County.
We're based in Clayton County, and there's so many children that it'll just break your heart. That you're just like, oh wow, I want to take you all. Like, come on in, come on in. So we're fairly new. We started March 2022.
Congratulations, my entrepreneur New
Sure. So I'm super excited about that. So we're definitely working out the details, and that's why we're here, to let you guys know that we're out here. We need support. We need to be able to we don't want to turn any child away. Our vision is to have every person in America have the resources and the tools to combat this thing called life. And in order to do so, we have to come together in order to help them. So we're out here. We need support in order to support the community.
Of course.
So that's what we're doing.
Okay, now let's say I'm 18 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm 18 years old now. I don't have no place to live. You hook me up with therapy.
Yes, ma'am.
You hook me up with housing, temporary housing.
Temporary housing. We
food.
We hook you up with food.
So now I got 3 pillars. I got my mind taken care of.
Yes, ma'am.
I have my physical safety taken care of with the housing, and I'm being nourished.
Yes, you are, and your education with that mentorship as well.
Oh,
that
was going to be my next one, education.
So even with the mentorship, we do have people in that organization that's going to put you on grade level if you are still at school, or to take you to those GED courses. I don't know if people realize how many libraries offer free GED courses. There's every county library offers free GED courses. So it's just sometimes not knowing.
Oh yeah, a lot of ignorance.
Not even being able to get there, or we make excuses for things that we always have an excuse for things we really don't want to do, but we kind of want to do it, but we just don't have that support behind it.
Right.
So,
or somebody, or an accountability buddy to say, hey, listen, hey, you got a little time. Hey, did you put about an hour or two into studying for your GED today? The test is on Saturday. I'm really proud of you.
Right, because some people never even had that. Never even had that person.
And that means a lot.
It does.
That support.
It really does. And I noticed that some of the children that we were able to help are really grateful. Are very grateful for it, and really just want to help others as well. So some of them are volunteering with us. So we go to food pantries. We're just really out in the community doing advocacy, whatever needs to be done. And I had someone tell me before, like, to what end? I was like, until we all are kumbaya, honey. I don't have until what end. Until we all have the same amount of resources and tools to be happy. I'm a loving person. I just want to give. I believe you need to make the world better than when you found it.
Tell me about some of your success stories.
Oh, wow. So, so I want to start off. I'm not gonna say her name.
You don't have
to. I know, but I'm assuming because she watching this. You watching this. But this was actually a young lady, teen mother. Unfortunately, not everyone has that support when it comes to when you become a teen mother. So she found herself in a situation where she really didn't want to be here anymore. And I'm super excited and proud of her for reaching out to someone and saying, I have a baby, so I shouldn't have these thoughts. That's what she was like, okay, I don't need to have these thoughts because I'm here for someone now. Nobody was here for me. I'm here for someone now. So the courage in which that she had to pick up a phone and say, help me help myself. So she actually stayed with me, her and her baby, for a few weeks just to get her spiritually back together, because as a young mama myself, sometimes when your spirit is just so low that you just need someone to be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Girl,
I think we all been in that fetal position. Feeling less than that.
So we actually brought her in for a few weeks, so we helped her actually get back enrolled in a Clayton County school because she did let go of school. We got her child care because she is a young mom. She's able to get child care free of charge for the state of Georgia.
Wow.
So we got her child care. We got her enrolled back in school, and right now she did connect with some good friends of hers. And one thing, like I said, we do the whole family, so it's not like I could just take you. We need to know you have some support before I could even think about letting you go. Where's your team? And we sit down like how we're sitting down right now. We will interview you, team, just to make sure that your spirit and everything is aligned with
positive,
what
supportive.
we need to do for this individual person.
Right.
You know, however that may look. You know, it could, some people could be, you know, roses every day and okay, yay, we're happy with this, but sometimes that trauma can steep down on you. And how would you react when that trauma steep down on this person that's been at a low point? How do you handle that? You know, we don't want a situation where she comes to you, then you get upset and you just, I don't want to deal with you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Put her out or something.
Right, because they can. You know, you know. So that's,
and that repeats the cycle. She's back with nothing,
and it makes it worse
again with the baby.
And you know, Atlanta is like #1 for human trafficking.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Very much
and
so.
And it causes you to make poor decisions when you're desperate.
Yeah, when you living out when you're trying to survive.
When you're trying to survive.
You know, you can't even. You're just trying to live. So we were able to help her with that. We were able to, and she's still in our mentorship program. She's still in our, it's called Her Give. So it's another organization that focuses mostly on domestic violence victims and building the woman up. So we teamed her up with that organization that really was able to come in and take over from. That's what we here for.
You're like a one-stop shop.
A Walmart. And Target.
Walmart for
Call us Target. Human services.
Like a Walmart for human services, resources, and support services.
Right.
For when you're in need and you feel like you have nothing. And that's so important. We need more of that. Just like they're selling, you know, iPhones on the TV and how you have the car commercials and all that stuff. It needs to be human services commercial.
It needs to be.
And you know what I mean? Like, I need somebody to help me with my gas and electric bill.
Please, somebody.
You know what I mean? I need somebody to make sure because all my money's going to bills, I need food in this house.
That's what, and we need to be working on legislation to be like, what's going on?
That part.
Like, because
I love your spirit, Daverney. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
And I love this organization. It's nonprofit.
It is. We are a 501c3.
That you put together. It's amazing and it's so needed, especially here in Atlanta, especially for our community. I'm just going to say it, for our Black community. I mean, because at the end of the day, we need to support each other.
We have to.
And I love that you're doing this. Like, where did this passion come from for you? From a little girl. Take me all the way back to a little girl, Daverney, in South Florida, repping hard.
I know, right?
Because she ain't from North Florida. She from South Florida. She from South Florida. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. She from South Florida.
Please don't say that other blasphemous stuff,
She
honey.
from South Florida, not North Florida, South Florida.
You know what? Everybody say I've been here before, but like, this is just me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was always that person, the voice for the voiceless. I don't care who it was. I can remember being in grade school and someone's picking on someone else. I'm the one like, leave that girl alone. Too ugly self.
Oh my God, me too.
That's
girl,
just
if
me.
I can and we like this, I'm fighting for you. I'll fight for you more than I'll fight for me. I'll ignore it.
First of all, most of my fights was never for me. I got in one fight I can remember all in school because I had a fight. It was always defending my sister, defending one of my things. Like, y'all gonna leave me alone. Like, they know it already. Oh, she ain't gonna say that. Don't let Daverney come in there.
If you mess with her, you mess with me.
Like, why you don't know?
If you mess with me, you mess with her.
Like, it just
can't. It's so you was that kind of person. You was a loyal ride or die.
Oh, I'm girl. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm in a book club and the girl's not loyal in the book. I'm like, I gotta put this down. Loyalty over everything. Like, because if you're not loyal, you know, you're a snake.
Yeah. You can't be trusted.
You cannot. You know what I'm saying?
So you was that kind of, did you have like a clique growing up?
I don't believe in cliques. You know what I'm saying? I believe in letting people see. I roam everywhere. You know, we always have the ones that you blend with so much. You have I can't say my freshman year of high school girls, we're still cool. You know, we're still like everyone that comes in contact with me, I still have a relationship with them. You know, so, but I was the one that chill with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just, what y'all got over here? Let me get some snacks. Thank you. You know, just loafing, just chilling, just enjoying life. You know what I'm saying?
With everybody.
Have to be. You know, people like to say that life is too short, but I like to say you live every day, my boy. enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You only close your eyes once, so let's just go ahead and live every day. Let's just enjoy this thing called life. You know how many people close their eyes? You know what I'm saying?
Your spirit is so positive.
I try to be.
And I'm sure that's what people pick up on. That's why you keep your friends.
I do, and I got to keep keep my jewels too. How they got to stay protected because people like to leech off of that and like to really. So I have had a lot of awakening stories, a lot of stories where I had to come to the realization that your family would not be your biggest supporters.
Girl, now you just speaking gospel up in here.
So, like, the ones that you are so loyal to may look a little different than what you envision your loyalty to be or your support to be, you know? Yeah. So, I have had quite a few of those awakening moments. Like, oh, dang, I threw a party and I'm begging people to come. But, you know,
why would you have to do that when you're supposed to support me naturally? We got the same blood.
Right, you know, like it's kind of crazy. So, but people do things differently. People not where you are. You know what I'm saying? People don't see things in which that you see things. That's why your tribe and your family don't always have to be blood. You know, so you surround yourself with people that want the best for you, that envision the best for you, that's doing the best for you, that got your back, and that's loyal to you. If they ain't loyal to you, honey, they can't have the best for you. I'm so sorry, but that's just my ministry. I don't know what your ministry is.
Do you want to share one of those incidents where you kind of felt like, you know, you were let down by somebody who you felt like should have been there? You don't have to say their name.
Yeah, most definitely. Even with starting this organization, actually, you know, if you don't know anything about I don't come from the nonprofit world. You know what I'm saying? I come make a little change, and you know. So, but when you come this nonprofit world, and your board members and everyone have to be in the line and to really do their part and to come to the table as prepared as they should be coming to the table prepared. So with this nonprofit, before it even got started, I had everything together, doing all of the business sides of it on my own. I had people that was going to donate and, girl, we in it, we got you. Girl, everything. When I tell you I'm the CEO, the treasurer, and I'm cool with that because it be like that sometimes, you know. But then when you have like good Judas, honey, good girlfriends, I'm like, oh girl, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Count me down for. And I'm like, Felicia got it. Like, Felicia ain't never do me wrong. Like, who ain't gonna be able to open up this bank account? Who ain't be able to get this loan? Because Felicia got me.
So who? Right.
Wrote it down and everything. Girl, go to Wells Fargo's. I put an S on it. I did. I know. This straight culture. This how we at. Well, go to Wells Fargo's. Where Felicia at? Girl got the appointment and everything, and was going to, because I ain't trying to hold y'all up. I got pretty good credit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, money talk. I don't care what nobody says, how it says, and when you have a nonprofit and you really just started, like on the business side of it,
they want to know what your assets are.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much are they worth?
I get what you're doing for the people, but we don't care about the. Look at the people. Look at America. Do it look like we care? Bank of America, everybody missing money. Do it look like we care? So and when I tell you that, actually put me in almost a depression, because it's not. When I tell you a good Judy, like a good Judy, you know,
y'all was real close.
Like really, and to the point where you don't have to be Snake. You know, you could just say, hell, I ain't got no money.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, me either. Let's see how we can get it. You know, like,
be honest.
You know, so it put me in so I'm always an accountable person. Yeah. Because I do believe in the universe just bring you back yourself. You know how some people, so when they say you put out there what you get,
out good,
so
and good comes back to you.
So I look and say, what did I put out into the universe to attract such a snake like this.
But see, that's where you messed up. See, the problem is you said that's my good Judy, and you gave her this high credit score.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it was.
Because that's our perception of who this person is, who this person's character is, what we expect from them. That's not letting the spirits that be make it come back to us.
Right.
That's us saying this is the person that's going to have my back. See, that's what we messed up, and I had to learn the same lesson.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's when I said that, but that just wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it comes to certain things, everything is a lesson. Mm-hmm. What you learn.
Yeah.
So now I'm learning to slow down, chill out, breathe, allow it to happen when it needs to happen, and let's not force it.
Because it will.
You know, because it has to be. Why wouldn't it be?
And it has been.
You know, it has. You know, and this came because I just literally dreamed Limitless Community Outreach, go do it. That was the dream.
You had a dream.
Yeah.
That I'm going to create.
Yeah.
A business, a facility, a resource center.
Help my people.
Where I can help people, families, connect them with the resources that they need.
That's what my dream was. And I tell you, like, literally, the universe said this to me. I literally just woke up and wrote down Limitless Community Outreach. But it said, stop playing with this bacon. Get up, help your peoples. Limitless.
So what was your previous job? You said you were a baker?
I used to bake a lot. So I have a YouTuber, Easy Baker. So I was a creator.
Baking. Okay.
Little edible.
Not edible.
All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all that beautiful stuff. And I was just doing my little... And I was like, why is all my cupcakes burning? What is going on? And for real, why was they burning? Bad juju, what's going on? Like, all the girl, when I tell you recipes I've been doing for forever, they just sunk in. It was just terrible. I don't need to be doing that no more. Your energy is shifted. This is not what we need to put in. Look at, and I got angry. Like, look at the world. There's no way in the world that you can still marry a 12-year-old legally, and you're 45 in America. This is still happening. These are laws. You know what I'm saying? You can't get out of it because you have to be 18 in order to have a contract with a lawyer.
Are you serious?
But your mother and your father can marry you off for a 45-year-old person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, it just make you angry. Mm-hmm. You know, where we see on the news so many children are passing away. They say God protects the fools, the children, and the elderly. You understand what I'm saying? Who's passing away? The elderly and the babies at the hands of the people that birthed them. And I just got so angry, and I said, if you're not part of the solution, you're kind of part of the problem, my dude. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. And I'm always like that. Like I said, so what am I doing? Mm-hmm. What can I do? With the skills that God gave me to know who I am, what I am, how can I make the world a better place?
That's that internal growth.
Yeah.
That's that internal
growth. That's at 33.
Ow,
you know,
like fine wine. Ow.
Period.
So you were growing spiritually before your own eyes. Right in the middle of your baking show. You thought, I'm going to put my energy into this show. And your spirit said, oh, no, ma'am.
No, we're not doing that.
No,
I get it. It's cool.
It's cool.
Have your little
but
channel.
We ain't gonna do that.
But that's not you. That's not, like, I need you to do more.
It was time to build something stronger, something more powerful, something more systemic that can help others.
Right, and that's me. You know, I always, you know, like I said, whenever I meet someone, I always want to come to you and make you better than what you was before you left me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that connection to be, if you could be happy, that's what's up. You know, like,
I like to be of value to the people in my life.
You should be. Yeah. Like, while you're here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so.
Not necessarily of service. You know what I mean? Because it's not about because you do too much for them, then it's just like,
overflows, honey.
Used,
right?
You know,
you will.
Even if you offering to be the doormat, you know what I mean?
What it say?
You know what I mean? But of value, meaning, you know, to educate, you know, to of course to be there sometimes if you need it, but also to help them to grow internally on another level. And not everybody has a friend in their life like that.
A lot of people don't.
And a lot of people don't.
Like,
people in New York, come on, for instance, they walk past each other on the street and they even give each other eye contact.
Oh my goodness! Please don't, New Yorkers. I love you. Please don't take no wrong way. But I do not want to come there because y'all mean and I don't have time. Like, and I heard it stink. I don't have time. I don't have time. Like, if I say good morning, I'm a Southern girl. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody, they don't move here anyway. So.
I know, right? Everybody done moved to Atlanta, girl. You gonna see them on the street anyway, girl.
They be like, why the South is not like the South no more? I said, because everybody from the North done moved to the South. It ain't no South no more. It's just everybody.
Girl, that's all people said when I was in high school. I'm moving to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Come on down, honey. Price is right.
So you had the dream.
Yes.
You woke up. You created your business. Tell me about the steps that you took. I mean, you know, you told us about the Judy that did not come through.
Yes, ma'am.
But tell me about the other, you know, steps that you took.
So, honey, I'm not gonna hold you up. YouTube was my friend. YouTube was my friend.
Isn't YouTube great?
Oh, when I tell
Where
you,
was YouTube when I was 17?
Exactly. So when I tell people nowadays, there's no reason not to be able to not find out something because you have the resources available to you at your fingertips. You know, now you have to have a little bit of common sense and to use that appropriately. We ain't just gonna be going anywhere to take anyone's advice.
Right.
But you know, I looked up all of the laws and all of the rules for how to start your nonprofit, what you need. I went to some of my family and friends, were like, hey, we need board members. This is what we're doing.
Oh, wow, you did?
I did. I said, this is what we doing. This is what we need. And they was like, okay. I had two of them to be like, yeah, I'm with you, girl. Let's get it. Let's do it. And then from there, it's just been a lot of fundraising. It's been a lot of out there in the community. I go to many different network events just to get our name out there, to partner with organizations, because I'm all about us coming together. If I'm up, you're up. Right. So partnering with these other local nonprofit organizations to see how can we help the community. What do you do? What is in us? That's really how I got in, how I got started, how we're continuing to get started, you know. So I know we have a long way to go, but I'm super excited about it.
Yes, girl, you're a brand new business and you're already helping people, like literally not just helping them get like a means to an end or a merchandise and then they're out the door, but changing people's lives
really
better.
And like just the long term, you know, and that's what I'm super proud of, and I'm
helping
so happy
to
for.
Heal from scars, from desperation,
all of that.
Girl, like that's so
powerful.
Serious, so powerful, just outstanding, really.
Right.
You should be very proud of yourself.
And I am. I am super proud of myself. I am super excited that as a mom, my children can see us help so many people. You know, for Christmas, gave out like 300 Christmas gifts.
You told me.
Yeah. And I was like, I had so many presents that it was overwhelming, to the point where I had my neighbors that had kids. I was like, y'all come over here and get your kids Christmas gifts. And it was like, oh my God, I don't know what to pick. It's just so much. So that's it. Because like when I say most of the things that I do are aligned with almost every organization, because I'm linking everything from homelessness, you know, from poverty, from food, housing, you know, domestic violence, education, everything. Like I said, we deal with victims of the criminal justice system, you know, and that is very, very broad, very vast. You know, we all have been victims of the criminal justice system in some kind of way. Like I even just said, pay disparity. Right. Black people don't get paid nowhere near the other people. You know, so that's going to put you down for poverty.
Yeah.
It really is.
You're going to have some financial problems, and then, you know, you're trying to live in the United States, you're trying to live in America, you're trying to do well,
right? You're
trying to be happy. You know, the TV is always showing you things to buy and supposedly how to be, and you don't even know exactly who you're supposed to be because you weren't really even raised you know, properly, because maybe there were some other
traumas that's built onto these generational curses in which that we're breaking.
You know, and this goes back to the 1800s. You know, this goes back to the 1800s.
Honey, it goes way back.
Yeah, especially you know, for African Americans, you know, we were never taught, you know, by design on how to succeed in America.
And we're just now learning about business. We're just learning about you don't use life insurance when you're dead. You use it when you're alive. We're just learning about these things.
Yes, girl, I was learning that the other day.
You know, so it's so. But when you come from poverty, or you come from not knowing, you do better when you know better.
Yes.
And even sometimes when you know better, when you don't know how to manage your finances, you know. That is another triggering thing. You know, when you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. You know, so if you don't know, how can you help the generations behind you? I feel like as a Black community, we're one of the ones that always have to reach back when we become successful. Right. Like when I become a multi-billionaire, I'm going to have to reach back and teach my mama them, oh, let me buy you a house. Let me do this because you're renting right now, or because you're in the hood, or you're this. We don't be able to be like, okay, well, my mama and daddy good. Mine is always.
So I can think forward.
I can think forward. No, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and mend these fences, and put this on my shoulders that you shouldn't have had to have. That other, or like when they say, even when I was talking to a young college student, and she was like, Daverney, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Some of my little, what are they, little college students, she said they're walking out of here married because their parents teach them this is where you go in order to find a husband. We don't use our education because we're talking about black women and our success when it comes to us being successful. And she was like, we're taught to go to college, get your education, to get a job, to be able to sustain. She's like, yeah, not some of my friends, they're taught to go into this building, sit here. Yeah, you got a degree, but you need to walk out with an engagement ring.
Whoa.
To this young man that's pre-med.
Oh yeah.
To this legislator. You know what I'm saying? This is how you learn. You know, not coming from our household. Black girl. You better hurry up and put everything else on your shoulders, put everything on your back. Get this and do that. So we're taught completely different. Our goals are completely different. And not to say that, oh, well, you go to school for a man, but I was just saying in the simple fact of we're taught different things. You know, and our struggles to when we leave college will be completely different. Don't let you look like us, a dark-skinned woman. Oh, Lord, you already black. Don't be black, fat, and dark-skinned. Oh, Lord.
I can't.
Oh, Lord, honey. You got 3 of them against you. But that's something real that we don't talk about. Struggling. You better hope your face card don't decline.
Ow.
But because you're really bad. So
not doing well at all.
The struggle is really real.
Girl, every day I gotta work on this.
You know, so it's so much that we have to do for our community. And just helping one family. I feel like you just helping one family, Daverney. That's what's up.
Girl, you've helped more than one family.
I really have, and I'm so happy. I thank God for that. You know,
seriously,
I really do. I really think our goal is to reconnect the community by reconnecting the family.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And that's where I feel like within the next few years that I can see all Clayton County, honey, coming to us as a resource and be like, you know, we safe. You know,
that's going to be amazing when the state comes, when the city comes to you.
Be like, what we doing? How are you? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? Limitless that we not doing that you helping the people. How can come on, Clayton County? Let's come together.
They got the databases. They know where everybody at and what they doing and what they lacking.
Because my taxes went up quite a lot, Clayton County. So they got to change too.
They got the resources. They got the database, but they're not proactive. They feel like the program is out there. People should come to them.
Right. So, like, I know there's a lot to go behind. You know what I'm saying? There is just not one stop, you know what I'm saying? Check this off. Everybody's happy.
Paperwork. It's paperwork.
You know, it's you know, so I know there's a lot behind making the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot that we can do really to not only, like you said, oh, we here, come to us, but what else are you doing? Are you going to the schools? Are you talking to these people? Do you see these people? A lot of people that's behind there pushing papers are so far removed.
Oh yeah, they don't know what's going on. They're detached.
Very detached.
And desensitized.
Very much so. And I worked with children for a long time. I have had 3-year-olds tell me to do something to them, put my arms behind my back. Don't know what it means, but this is what you're seeing.
Oh,
they don't know what it means. They're just doing what their family environment shows them to do.
No.
You know, I had to call and suspected abuse. You know, like, so I had these things that make you cry at night that I tell anyone that works in the community or social services, you need to go to therapy just to combat the things that you're dealing with on a daily basis that you have to. You know, I had to literally sit in classrooms and observe people being verbally abusive to a 1-year-old, allowing the 1-year-old to sit there and just cry and cry and cry for 3 hours. But I can't say anything because I'm an observer. So that's abuse. Most people don't know that. That's if you're crying, it is. If you're crying and nobody comes to you and you're a 1-year-old child, Yeah, that's just letting you know that your feelings are not valued. That's just
Yeah.
letting you know that that's just putting on so much emotional trauma within that child that is going to
Making
stay with them
their
forever.
needs aren't met. That's the fear of abandonment.
Exactly.
Despair. No one's here to save me. No one's
And
here
you're
to help
crying
me.
for that long,
Nobody
so-
cares. They don't love me.
And that's what they're showing you, though.
Yeah.
You know, if I sit here and cry for hours.
And there's some old grandmas and some people out here still believe, oh, that don't mean nothing.
Crazy.
Throw that child in the room. Tell her to
Please
shut
do.
up.
And that's what we do with the young families that we do help. We give you parenting classes.
No, that's so good.
And I like to tell parents all the time, this is, I can say, in the Black community, this is one of the generations are moving from surviving to thriving.
Yes.
You know, you're able to, if your child say, oh, I don't want this for dinner, you be like, oh, well, what you want? And you have that choice to be like, oh, we cook this, we can do the girl, let's go here, let's go there, let's go to Smoke and Bones tonight. You know, you have that option. Some of us as children did not have that option because we were on our parents were surviving rather than thriving.
Right.
So I think it's beautiful that our children could get a PS5 and you're not hurting. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful to fit those needs. So we also just got to be a little bit more understanding of the generations are a little different as well, you know, and to hear, I hear you, I appreciate you,
Right.
I love you. Make that child feel valued because they are. You know,
Ooh,
because
it's
they don't
so
get it from you,
important.
who else they going to give it to?
It's so important to feel valued, especially by the people who you love and the people who they love. You know what I mean? To have that feeling reciprocated is everything.
It is, you know, just to be in a safe space. You know, however they look, just be to be
That's what
safe,
makes
to
it
be
safe.
you, to know that you're valued. That's and it's just that simple, you know. But how many of us as grown individuals are still looking to be valued from people? You know,
Oh, girl, every day.
when I tell you, you be like, golly,
And you know, somebody tell you in a heartbeat, I don't care what somebody please.
yeah, I'll be the main one
But
crying.
they be the
Crying in
same
the car.
ones feeling insecure, hating on somebody, negative, you know, personality, negative energy because they really mad that this person don't value them.
Right, that's what you really mad at.
What you're really mad
What you
at.
really sad at,
Yeah.
child? What's
And sometimes it's obvious and sometimes it's insidious. You can't tell. But you just know something ain't right with that person. Why they feeling like that? What's going on with them? But they don't know maybe their husband, their boyfriend, you know, their mother, their aunt, their best friend, like you said, your Judy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Didn't value or didn't make you feel valued in that incident. So it's like you feel some kind of way.
Right,
about
you
it,
do.
You know?
And you just know you just have to do the work within yourself. I was our auntie Iana Vayanta used to say, I don't know why they took her on there. But yeah, like you just have to do the work. Yeah, they did. She said she had to go. Don't she? Yeah, she still. Yeah, she do. I love me some Iana. When I tell you, honey,
Alanya will open you up.
Real quick.
Open
Girl,
you up.
make you be like, man, please
make the
don't.
corrections with the red
And come back and
marker.
hug you on her bosom.
Hug you in your soul, and then while your soul cry. Girl,
Don't we all need that good soul cry
the
though?
cow snot and you know, girl, the gorilla tears, child.
That'd be the best cry, honey. That good.
That's when you know your soul is crying, girl.
Yeah,
when
that's
you go through
that's
all
the
of
healing right there that we have to do. So
And some people haven't gone through that. That's the problem.
a lot of people,
They don't want to recognize that they need to heal.
yeah,
That's that one.
and I get it. It's scary.
It's scary. It don't feel good. It don't
At
make you
all.
feel perfect. It don't
Right.
make you feel together. You know, you realizing that you have some imperfections.
Like maybe it was you. You're the villain.
Right.
It's okay. Just don't be the villain tomorrow. You know.
Be transparent. You know, say what it is. Say
Right.
how you're feeling. You know what I mean? If you feel insecure or you feel like, you know, you lacking in this area, work on it.
Please do.
Go to school. Fix it. Clean it. Do what you need to do. But don't come at somebody else or degrade somebody else or come off negative, try to put other people down.
Right.
And you know that's the issue with a lot of black men.
Well, and that's so sad.
It's so sad.
And I have never like maybe that's why I don't really be on social media like that because it just drains your soul. But I have never seen so many black women and black men just come at each other like this.
A lot of times it's they feel. I mean, think about it. They can't go outside and get stopped by police without feeling like they're gonna die today.
Right.
Can you imagine how scary that is?
I can.
They everywhere they go, they treat it like the elephant in the room.
Scubs of the earth.
You know what I mean? Because the people around, they even think that he's some kind of threat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or not good enough.
Or right.
You know,
All of that comes into place where I think that's how society set us up to be.
yeah. Oh, it is.
And
back in the 1800s with slavery.
when I tell you, when they told you to go get them,
Girl, it's the Jim Crow law.
all of
They
that.
broke the black man down, did it in front of his family,
Yeah.
and made him feel useless and felt like worthless. So they can train and build up the family and use them how they wanted to use them because the black man had no power now.
And the gag is too, even they did the Jim Crow, and then they come back into, and that's when the crack and things coming out.
Oh, girl, that's
You
not
know,
good. You
so
already know.
so it's all that trauma.
Oh, yeah.
Then we tell them we take you out of the household. We tell these women we don't need you. Go get it. The biggest scam is somebody tell you to go pay $30,000 for a job that could be there. So you go get in debt. Tell you not to bring this man in the household. Even when it comes to Jim Crow, who was the people that funded Malcolm X and Martin Luther King? It was the black family. You know, the black family was together. Even during those times that you saw Mama was home, Daddy was doing whatever, but the black family was still in unity. The churches were still there. You know, they took the porches away. Now there ain't no houses with porches. You know, it still was the black community was together. You know, but then when the 1970s came along and when the crack and it just really destroyed the black community. It took the black man out of the household, told the black women that they don't need you. They put all of this drugs and infestation into our community.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in the 70s. They started burning the bras. They started sending the women to work, you know, and telling the men that we don't need you.
All that stuff. Yeah. And even in high school, they took the trades out of high school. You know how you could have did welding, so you can't get a job. They took the trades out so you cannot get a real job that you could use your hands.
Right.
I need you to go do something else. So what's easy if I cannot feed my family because I don't have an education? Either I'm on crack, I'm selling crack. So when I sell crack, I put you in jail. When we say 1 in 3 black men will see prison, that's how the mass incarceration happens. Yeah. You know, so ain't no black men out here no more. You know, so when the pool is low, so that's how it has to happen. And then they hate their mamas. I tell them something like, you don't like your mama, so you don't like black women. Like, you're traumatizing. You need to do some healing. You let a woman raise you to be a man. A woman can, I'm so sorry, please don't cancel me, but if you do, that's your business. But I don't believe a woman could raise a man to be a man. You know, and most of these men were raised by women. So I see you, and you have no mentors. You don't even know what a husband is.
That masculine element.
Like,
so a man really don't know how to be a man because they have no role model growing up.
And like a woman, how can you be a wife when your mother was a mistress? You don't know what a wife is,
or absent,
or however the case may be. She didn't have a role model to teach her. What does that look like? You know, how do I do things? And then some of us women that are in a relationship that go to other women that hate their marriage. You get advice from bitter people. Yeah. That's the worst thing that you can do. Like, I don't care. A happy wife will give you completely different advice than an unhappy one. Just like when it comes to a man. A bachelor is going to give you a different advice than a happy man that's in a relationship with someone or someone that's out there playing the field that's not committed to them. The advice is different. So that's why it's always about who you put in your circle. You know, who you coming from. The value that somebody is giving you. Whether that is, it's all right. That's just such and such, you know, because women connect with women differently. Right. You know, so when I go through all my traumas, I would look to you than I would look to anybody else because you're a woman. You can understand me. We have that sisterhood.
Yeah, connect better with
we're women, you know, like
with women more than men. I hate to say it, you know, because men think, you know, and this is just my opinion, like you were saying. Men feel like, you know, they know more than
don't they?
You know, and you know, and they try to find ways to kind of get over it. So
yes, they do.
I never really feel like I'm getting a fair shake. I just don't feel like they're giving me the respect that I deserve.
Because I don't feel like they do. Honestly, don't let it come to something where they deem as women should be doing it, or this is business. You really. So yeah, I connect more with a female. Yeah. You know, because I can understand and I just know my past experiences, my highest moments. I I experienced that with a female. My lowest moments, who I could go to was another female, you know what I'm saying, that could connect with me.
That sisterly bonding.
It is, you know, so that's why people are like, oh, my husband, my best friend. I said, I got a best friend.
Well, tell me about teenage you. Tell me about your high school experience.
Well, my high school, okay, so I had a great high school experience. I was at Centennial High School in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So I really enjoyed it. I was a mom in my 10th grade year. So most of my later years in high school was mostly being a mama. You know, go to school, come home. That's just pretty much it. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the trauma, but I kind of like don't remember so much about it.
It's a blur.
You know,
it's
a very much of a blur, very much of a go. Very much of a disappointment. Even now, I say if I ever get pregnant again, it's gonna be Mardi Gras because it was so shameful. It was just so,
at that
that
age.
dark corner, that dark. Just
it was a different
lonely,
time then, too.
you know, and so yeah, but that's
the 90s or 2000s for you.
2000, yeah. My baby was born 06. So, but yeah, it was a very just hustle bustle.
Right.
One thing I remember out of that is really Reba McEntire. Her girl. Oh my God.
My roots are planted
In the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard to love her kids and never stops.
a gentle hand
In the heart of a fighter. What? I'm a survivor, girl. When I tell you.
Girl, why is that my song?
That's my jam. Like, I remember watching that every day. I was like in the in-home school type of thing. Watching that. That was like my...
It gave you power.
It gave me,
you power.
you know, it gave me a sense of, not to be low key, black girls ain't the only ones that have babies young. Mm-hmm. So, cause that was your statistic. You know what I'm saying? Connected with that
Cheyenne.
show. I did. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. And I was like her sister, the real mean but blunt, rude one. And Cheyenne was a little slow one. So yeah, I was that. So that resonated with me.
Wow.
So much. That's so crazy. It's so crazy.
I loved it.
You know, that's what I remember, the hustle, the bustle, to know that, you know, it gotta be, it's not just you, you know what I'm saying? What do you want to do? Who are you? What we doing here? What's going on?
Because you survived all that at a young age, you want to make it so that this next generation doesn't have to go through what you went
Exactly. I loved it too. Still love it. It's still a great show.
If you haven't watched Reba, watch Reba.
Watch Reba.
Reba's
Beautiful.
so good.
Good for the culture, honey.
Yeah, for the culture.
Good for the culture.
Reba was real. Ooh, but anyway, girl. So let's get back to you.
Yes.
And you, Miss CEO. Yeah, Miss Business Owner.
I am.
Started your business in March of 2022.
Yes. Not even a year yet, yo.
Not even a year yet.
Not even.
So give me a roundabout. I mean, I have a new business. This is my new venture, the Royalty Room. I want to say we're at the 30-day mark today.
Happy birthday!
You have to grow,
right?
You know, and I'm never afraid of growth. This took me a year to get the room together. Right. It took me a year, girl. That's 12 months. That's 365 days. Right. And there was some growing pains, and financially, we're figuring out what camera to get, what lighting to get, who to hire to do the stuff. Right. So you totally understand that. So tell me, like, how many people do you think have you helped so far in your business? Like, how many families?
Well, so far, not counting our drives where we did where we fed 800 families.
Girl, count them, girl. Count them, girl.
You know, for the toy drive, how we sponsor at least 30 children to get Halloween costumes, and we were giving you cash, up to $30 depending on how old your child was.
That's nice.
And because I don't know about you, but if I ain't got no mask, I ain't got no chicken, I don't need a mask. Mm-hmm. I need some chicken.
You need some food.
You know, so her mama, do what you need to do. You know, so I I even stopped really counting.
Girl, you in the thousands.
You know, when I tell you how many people that we were able to bless, it's just like amazing. You know, just glory be to God.
That has to feel so
You know,
good.
it just feels so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so humble that I was chosen to be a vessel in order to help other people. You did what I'm saying?
And you continue to.
That's all I can do, you know, and I just thank the people to trust me with their most inner emotions. You know what I'm saying? To just, I appreciate you for even allowing me to be that safe space for you, because that's something precious that I would never take for granted. I love us to be happy, because when a person is happy and a person wants better for themselves, it spews out into the universe. Yeah. You know, and that energy comes off.
Positive energy.
Right? And that's all we can do, because energy is never gone.
Now, how can somebody reach you?
Well, you can definitely reach us at www.lcoutreachltd.org. You can send us a chat there. You can email us at support@lcoutreachltd.org, and just let us know what you need. Or you can do us on Instagram, Facebook. All of our tags are LC Outreach LTD. If you're someone that you can help us with your services. If you are an attorney, if you do have a business, if you have something that's like, okay, I think these young families will need this, reach out to us as well, because I definitely need you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely need other organizations that's here together. This is a community. It's not just one person. So if you feel as if you can offer something to the community and the families, we're here to listen. If you're somewhere out there that's struggling right now, that just needs someone to listen to, definitely give us a call. You can reach us 24 hours a day. Leave a message. I'm here. You know, just call me at 770-470-7786. You can give us a call. So if you're sitting at home right now and you're hearing us through your speakers, my love, and you're knowing that there's a need, and you know internally that just able to live day-to-day life is traumatic for you. If you are that individual right now that's in that sunken place, that feel as if there's no other hope, that no one's out there to help you, to listen to you, you can definitely give us a call. We're here to help you live a happy, productive life, whether that is with inmate services, legal services, mental health advocacies, workshop, a community in which that you can be a part of, that you know that you're valued, that you know that maybe there is some things in which that I do need to work on for my inner self in order to live a happy, productive life. And you're willing to do the work. And you're willing to make a change for yourself, your family, and everyone around you. Please don't be afraid to reach out to us. We are here to listen, to help, and to serve you individually, whatever it is that you need to move forward in your life. I got you, Bubba. Okay? We got you. Come on down. The price is right, girl.
And the price is free.
And it's free. We are looking for grant writers in order, because let's be honest, ain't nothing that gonna shake without a little change, okay? So we're looking for grant writers. We're looking for partnerships. We're looking for sponsors. If you hear us and you feel as if our goals and our vision and mission is aligned with you and your company, or if you just want to be an individual to get a tax deduction, I take it, you know. So we're here. This is what we're looking for. We do need funding. We want to help as many people that we possibly can help. And in order to do that, we do need resources and we need the support from the community.
Tell me about your 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about young Daverney in her 20s. You know, stars in her eyes, ready to take over the world.
When I tell you, I was so hustle bustle. So hustle bustle.
Okay, what kind of hustle bustle?
So the 20-something Daverney was making education. So I was definitely in school, making sure I got my education. First time actually being out of my parents' home. Okay. You know, so.
You had your own apartment?
Girl, I did, honey. Okay. I was the one, you know, I told you I had a baby at CC, so I was on Section 8, I was on Housing Authority, honey. We had all of it. Had to, and that's when I was like, so I resonate with people, young girls, like, honey, I went to college for free. as you should. You know, like if the system is there for you, you better use it to your advantage.
Did you get your bachelor's?
Oh yes, bachelor's off of the state of Georgia.
Okay, what's your bachelor's in?
Early child development.
Okay, early
child development for it. So yeah, just going to school, really having fun, enjoying being a mom. You know, I work with children all my life. You know, so working inside of the child care centers, just living life and planning, planning to be successful. That was my whole 20s. Just
did you already know you were going to be an entrepreneur?
I knew I was going to be great. I knew it was going to be something because it's always told me. You know what I'm saying? It was always,
you felt it.
Oh, you're so this, you're so that. You need your own comedy show, girl. You need your own. It was always so. I knew I was going to be something. I knew the world was going to see me somewhere. Yeah, why not? You know, so I was just really just making sure that my children had something to stand on, you know. So, you know, bought my house before I was 30 here and just making sure that my kids have a legacy in order, you know, something for them to grow on, something for them to be like, oh, okay, I got to start. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, I mean, it does got to, what is it like? It wasn't like they just didn't know. You know, sometimes I feel like in my young age, I just didn't know. I didn't know a lot of things. Okay. You know, I didn't know.
You felt unprepared.
Very much so.
Me
very,
too.
you know, very, very unprepared into why you do certain things. You know, even to like, oh, what would this look like if I wanted to own a home? I don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying?
I was so green. Let me tell you what I did. Okay. Girl, I was 18. Had my own place. I went and got my bills. I thought I was doing something. Had my little job, got my bills together, and I post-dated like 6 checks. Gas and electric, all
that good stuff.
Girl, I was like, they're not going to take the money out until I get paid because I post-dated to Friday.
Until the check date.
Girl, they cashed them checks at my whole Bank of America account. Negative, and NSF. Girl, ruined my whole life. You know, I wasn't even paid. I wasn't even making no money.
I'm about to say, you probably wasn't even making what, $8, $9.
Exactly, I wasn't making no money. So
and then it took all my money.
So yeah, I completely understand what it feels like to be unprepared. And,
So just learning. I was still in the whole, you know, being a young parent. Still infatuated with love and dealing with that. Oh no, now I got 2 kids and I'm not with anyone. I don't want to have a third baby by someone else. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that whole trauma of if you ain't got somebody with you, honey, it's all in shambles. And so I went through my little, I better find me somebody. I already got 2 kids. Who's going to love me? Who's going to want me? Oh no, you know, so went through that learning process. Went through that situation.
I think that's common for young women.
Right?
They feel like they should have a man. They feel like they're not complete without a man. And
it was so sad because the women before us, they didn't care how that man was, as long as it was a man.
Yeah.
You know,
and now we just go through them because we know we value.
Right.
And we break up with them. So now we with them, we break up with them. We with them, we break up with them.
We stay there 2 days go long.
Yeah.
So, you know, so that was me, 20-year-old. I believe I was in Bloomington, Illinois at this time too, in like my 20 to 22. So visited Chicago, enjoying the little Chicago people. You know what I'm saying? So, girl,
I've never been to Chi-Town.
Girl, it's nice.
That's nice.
It is nice. It's real rustic.
What brought you to Illinois?
My mama them.
Oh, okay, family.
Let's move to Illinois. Golly, okay, let's go.
So you live with your mom. You had a single mother.
Oh no, my mother and father are still together. They're about to celebrate 30 years on the 29th.
Congratulations!
I know. So beautiful. So beautiful. So yeah, no, my mom and my father are still together. I've been very blessed. You know, a lot of people don't have that for it. So very blessed on that side of things. And so that's just what I was, just in attempts of finding myself,
right?
You know, or even who I am, you know. So it was just a lot of loss in my 20s, a lot of just running on fumes, robotics, doing the motions, know what you should do, or what will be good for other people, what's a good look, what's a, you know, living for everyone else but myself.
Right.
You know, not even knowing how to live for myself, not even knowing what I like, you know, and learning, oh, I don't like that. It is okay that I don't like that, you know. So just a lot of finding myself and searching for fulfillment, really, I could say, that I was looking for. Just didn't even know what that was, but now I know in my 30s I was just trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? And to hear my voice. I always, you know how some people say you're loud and you talk, but I was just talking just to talk. There was no substance in anything. I was just trying to be seen, trying to be this, trying to be everything but what I needed.
Because you knew you were great. You knew you were powerful. You knew you had something to share with the world. But you just didn't know how to do it. And you didn't know what exactly it was that you needed to be channeling that energy into. Right. What topic.
How does that look? What is that? Ooh, I know I'm a lot. But then sometimes I was like, kind of really depressed at a little bit of my personality, and my dimmed my light a lot in my 20s. Like when I tell you dimmed it with the insecurities, dimmed it with, oh no, I'm talking too much, I need to be quiet. I, you know, lost my voice, you know, so just really finding myself and working. You know, that's really just hustle. Now, hustling to the point where I didn't even celebrate accomplishments, but I was always on to the next thing. You know, so
you know you had a destination.
Right.
You didn't know what it was, but you knew that you had to keep succeeding to get there, because you knew that destination was up there. It was high.
Very much so. You know, very much so.
And look at you in Clayton County helping so many people.
I know. So, you know, and I'm learning to just enjoy the journey. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy these moments of being able to help people, you know, genuinely, and don't really want nothing from you. Like, I just want you to be a better you. That's all I want. I want you to be the best you can be. So we have different plans on expanding this. Right now we're in the Clayton, DeKalb, and Fulton County are our main 3 counties that we're really looking for to help people, because those are the biggest counties that have most inmate population of the minority community. So we focus on that. You know, the juveniles is who we really tend to go towards first. So because those are the groups, you know, when you're thinking about those little 12 and 13-year-olds, when you're in that preteen area, honey, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of things that can go sideways, especially for the young black males, you know, where you're in middle school, you have a lot of idle time, and you come to get into a lot of mischiefs, you know, a lot of auto stuff really happens in Clayton County between that age.
Well, like car thefts
really happen around that age. So we decided to focus on those 12, 13-year-olds until the young adults, until you're about 24, maybe to 25, because your brain fully don't even develop until you're 25. Why did you create the royalty group? Like, why? What? I know it has to be in your spirit. I know you're a serial entrepreneur, but it had to be in your spirit. To the royalty, you said it's a year? A year just to get a room together. So it had to be more than just a serial entrepreneur. It had to be something a little bit deeper than that. So I'm curious to know.
I'm so glad you asked me that. I'm so glad, because the reason why I created the Royal Tea Room, honey, is because it was about me.
Period.
It was about me. I was the person that had a passion thriving inside of me, and I didn't know how to expel it. You know, I was a nurse working bedside in hospitals all over the United States. And, you know, I was on my feet for 12-hour shifts. I would come home exhausted. And I know I had all this creative energy and nowhere to put it. Like, and who can I tell about it? Because I'm not living in it. I'm not doing it.
Right.
And I started to feel trapped within myself. I created the Royal Tea Room because I wanted to make a platform for people that had talents and have their truth that they want to share, and who want to be able to share their passion, whatever that passion may be. I want to give them an outlet for it. I want to help them build a content. I want to help them build awareness, you know, toward their goals and toward their passions and their truth. And then, honey, it's therapy. Because I'm a nurse, so in every way, it's going to be therapeutic.
Right.
If you're my friend, I'm your nurse.
Right.
You come on the Royal Tea Room, I'm your nurse.
Right.
I'm listening with my whole heart and soul. I care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to make sure, you know, when I cut and chop and edit this video, it's going to be telling your story. And it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to resonate with it's going to resonate with everybody who watches, and it's going to touch them in a certain way that's going to make them feel connected to you. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to give my guests the opportunity to feel like that they live outside the box, that they're not boxed in. Yeah. You have a 9 to 5, it doesn't mean that that's all of who you are. You know, a lot of people don't get a chance to share, you know, what their true energies are. You know, there are a lot of people, you go to the grocery store and you say, oh, this person don't even act like they want this job.
Right.
You know what I mean? They act like they could care less. They're just doing it for the paycheck. Well, unfortunately, they have to pay bills. This is America. You know, if they had a choice, they would probably be doing something else. So, you know, I can't pay everybody's bills, but the Royal Tea Room could definitely provide that outlet that they may need to help soothe their soul.
Right.
And to feed on that energy that makes them feel alive.
Well, I feel like I got the real treatment. You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like that I give you an opportunity to share your passion today?
You did, and I really appreciate you allowing me to express myself in the way how I express myself, and to pull out things in me that I didn't even know about, that I didn't even the questions that you ask about the younger Daverney, you know, even I never really had time to sit there and process and think about that younger me.
That was when your journey began.
Right, yeah. So I appreciate it. I feel like I got the real treatment. I love my TJ. I'm going to get a recipe, I promise you. Like, it is so good. I love this tea, honey child boo boo. When I tell you, gone. I had to say for the show, child. I was like, Lord, I done sipped out a little tea bag. They were like, she ain't sipping no tea. Girl, it's gone.
I told you the royal tidy is something.
What I tell you?
I told you I'm a teologist, girl.
Down to the max. Down to the core of it. It's in your bones. It's in your spirit. It was delicious.
I know.
I ain't never drunk so, girl. When I tell you, it was, and it wasn't too sweet.
Sponsored by Casamigos.
A round of applause. You know what I'm saying?
Your energy is the kind of energy that needs to be shared. It needs to be on a platform. It needs to be yelled to the top of the rooftops. Everybody needs to hear and see your personality because it's so bright. It's so amazing. It's so electric. Your personality is electric, and people need to know and share that. And the fact that you're using your energy to help others. Yeah. Girl, that's on a whole nother level. Right. You are going to go so far. You're going to go so far. Yes. And not just because, you know, your personality, which is amazing. And so it cannot be boxed. It cannot be dimmed no matter what. It cannot be, you know, squashed or squalor. Not just because of that, but because you are putting so much good out into the world. And it's going to come back to you in so many prosperous ways. I'm so excited for your journey.
Thank you so much, and I received that wholeheartedly. I received that. I appreciate you putting that out in that universe for me. I definitely received that. Thank you, girl. Electric. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that in my Instagram bio. Look, she's electric.
She's electric.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I felt.
Yay.
That's what I felt.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that so
now,
much.
You ready for the lightning round?
Oh, let's get it. I already got the electric spirit going on. Let's get it. Let's go.
Oh, that spirit is electric. Okay, so you ready for the lightning round? Okay, so for the lightning round, I'm going to tell you a word, and as quick as you can, first thing that comes to mind, middle class.
No money. No money.
No money.
First thing to go to mind.
Single mother.
Struggling.
Yeah. That's the truth. Okay. Parole.
Criminals.
Oh, and that's sad.
Ain't that sad?
Self-help.
Who? I just thought about mental. That's the first thing that was like mental. Just the mental health.
Royalty.
Money. Just money.
Money.
Royalty. High five. Everything. Just fun synonymous. She got some change. I don't know no world person that ain't got no change.
That's true.
Look
So
like
I
you
guess
got some change. You know what I'm
You
saying?
on to something there. Okay. 2026.
Love.
Love. Okay. Why love?
Because I feel as if we're gonna give it out more. I believe that love is gonna show even more. You know what I'm saying? The love is just gonna outspill. That's my hopes for 2026. Just love.
Okay.
You know, people being loved, giving love, showing love. Everything's coming from love. I have hopes of that.
I love it. Okay. Limitless.
Everywhere we out here. We out here, Dave. Like it's limitless. It's unbound. It's everything. It's the air. It's everything. You dig what I'm saying? So it's limitless. It's everything, my love.
Fundraising.
People. It takes the people, though. You know what I'm saying? It takes the people to make a difference.
Yeah.
How's change gonna happen if you don't change? What Michael Jackson say, the man in the mirror. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Shopping.
Purple.
Oh. You know how I feel about that, girl. You know how I feel about that. Love me some purple. Last one, you ready?
I'm ready.
Thrive.
Us.
Yes, for the culture.
You feel me? We thriving.
Will you survive? Lightning round. Love it.
Hey.
Yes. Tell me about what music you vibing to these days, girl.
Baby, when I tell you I am in
I cannot.
my
I love it
Gorilla
already.
season,
Ow,
my Cardi
Gorilla.
B season.
Ow. It's the women, right?
It's the women.
I love it.
You did what I'm saying?
I love it.
I'm bumping
Give
what
me
is
a
it?
song,
Tomorrow 2.
Girl, it's Cardi's part for me. Girl, I'ma forward it to Cardi's part.
When I tell you he a munch and he gon' eat me like a man. When I tell you Cardi ate.
Girl, that whole
No crumbs.
she said I got condos in that bitch head.
When I tell you, she said she my aunt, but I had to look her up. I had to look her up. Bitch, I'm good as fuck. Sometimes that foot gets stuck.
Up tomorrow.
Shut tomorrow. Bitch, that's why my friend felt on your nigga. I bought the same one even bigger. No, I got a trigger.
I don't speak dumb. I got condos in that bitch head.
Who say that you can't hold? That nigga a munchie, he gon' eat me like a mango. Long ass weed, it be tickling my asshole. You be mad at? Get my lick back. And I'm fighting over dick too. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ate. Girl,
Girl, make my throw it
When I
back.
tell
Make my throw it
you,
back now.
Cardi ate that up.
Girl.
No crumbs. You hear what
Girl,
I'm saying?
what are crumbs at? Cause
I don't know.
I mean,
I love it.
I don't know.
I love the energy. So that's the energy that I am bringing set forth. I ain't worried about nobody. Y'all worried about me, but the foot gonna stay on that side neck. You understand what I'm saying? So.
And you're gonna keep providing and keep giving and keep because
doing
that's
it.
your natural energy.
Right.
It don't matter if you feel like you in your element. You hood as fuck today. I'm still gonna provide
That's right.
resources for
All
you.
of that. During all that shit. Hood as fuck, he go your light bill, bitch.
Not that on your light bill.
Got you, girl.
Girl, I'll make sure your clients love you.
Girl, when I tell you too much, I love you too much.
Cause you like that friend.
Like for real,
like
for real.
they just fall in love. Like she understand me.
Like when I tell you,
Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you again. You a wrong friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just good friend. Somebody you can just chop it up with. It's all right. I don't judge you. I'm with you.
Right.
I guide you.
And they feel, and like you said, they feel comfortable enough to open up because you speak their language.
Yeah.
You listen to the music they listening to.
Most definitely.
Y'all on the same level.
So same one. There's just somebody that you know what I'm saying? Just somebody to guide you a little bit. We all need guidance, don't we?
We all need guidance, girl. Was there anything else you'd like to say to the audience today on the Royalty Room?
Well, Royalty Room, it was such a blast to sit it up here and chop it up with you guys, to let you guys know more about Limitless Community Outreach based in Clayton County. Just want you to know, hit us up, call us, email, text us. We are out here to support you. Okay? That's all.
Thank you, Daverney, for coming. And I look forward to being a part of your next event in Clayton County.
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking forward to having you.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. See y'all there, too.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the Royalty Room today. You and I just met the phenomenal Daverney Freeman. And she just opened my world up to all the different nonprofit resources that she has right here in Clayton County, DeKalb, and Fulton County. All these resources right here for you. So if you're having issues with your light bill, if you're having issues with housing, food, you need some help, mental health assistant, drop her a DM. You see, she is super down to earth, amazing energy. She's my sister with my purple hair and beautiful soul and personality. Reach out to her. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm Kia Waters, and I enjoy talking about it. Y'all have a good one.